to go out and share the process with other surrounding areas and clusters to help those communities advance. We're not just focused on the advancement of our own community, but we want to see other communities advance as well.
As this process began to take shape, very quickly it began to also influence the efforts of other tutors and other communities throughout Sydney. Once this gathered momentum, one could really get the sense of the whole of Sydney moving.
Initially, the house of worship was the center of the activities. Gradually, as our number of tutors increased, we gained the capacity to have one central institute campaign at the house of worship, but then decentralized ones in the local neighborhoods.
क्योंकि हमने एक जो हमारा सेंटर से एक्टिविटी का जो केंद्र हरकेश नगर को आइडेंटिफाई किया और वहाँ पे बड़ी संख्या में युवाओं को आमंत्रित किया प्रशिक्षण के लिए और उन्होंने बच्चों की कक्षा के टीचर के रूप में और अनुप्रेरक के रूप में उन्होंने प्रशिक्षण प्राप्त किया।
हरकेश नगर has a population of 250,000. However, this entire population lives within a very small radius. Gradually, the collective consciousness has been built in Harkesh Nagar, and they're aware that a large number of youth are building their capacity by attending classes and serving their community. When there's a devotional in a certain building, everyone living in that building is invited.
और हमने सोचा कि अब ये जो कैंपेन जो जिससे सीख उभर के आई है कि कैसे एक समुदाय भी शामिल हो सकता है इस कार्यक्रम में, तो हमने सोचा क्यों ना उस दूसरे समुदाय में भी जाया जाए। हमारा हरकेश नगर, ओखला फेस 2, बदरपुर, तैखंड, गोविंदपुरी, ये जितने समुदाय हैं ये धीरे धीरे शामिल होने लगे इसमें।
As the number of junior youth groups and children's classes increased, it was realized that one coordinator is not enough. So we had 2, then we had 3, then we had 4, and gradually they started to ask themselves, what can be a more sustainable method of accompanying the groups? The learning side shared this concept where 5 animators or 5 children's class teachers could accompany each other with the help of the collaborators. And then the coordinator works with a number of collaborators.
उनके साथ संबंध बहुत अच्छा है। वो खुद भी मुझे वो मुझे खुद भी इन्फॉर्म करते हैं कि हाँ हमें ये करना है वो करना है, और फिर हमारे बीच में वैसा संबंध नहीं है कि हम कोई काम करने के लिए मिल रहे हैं। जब हम एनिमेटर विजिट करते हैं तो जैसे कि हमारा जो मेन उद्देश्य होता है ये होता है कि हम एनिमेटर के साथ भी कुछ अर्थपूर्ण वार्तालाप करें। तो हम सोचते हैं कि उनके लिए जो जुनेद की किताब है उससे हम कुछ डिस्कस करें, कि कुछ लेसन प्लान कर ले ताकि कुछ अर्थपूर्ण बातें हो उनसे। वो जो किताब है हम उनके अवधारणाओं के बारे में पेरेंट्स से बात करते हैं।
For more than a year, the number of activities remained about the same. The cluster was able to sustain the activities, make up for those that had stopped or could not continue for various reasons, but was not able to grow. The realization came that perhaps we need to double the number of youth entering the institute process. When a larger, double number of youth enter the institute process, naturally a larger number will be proceeding to the higher books and serving as animators or children's class teachers.
तो अभी हमारे कोऑर्डिनेटर्स की टीमों में 18 कोऑर्डिनेटर्स हैं और उनके जो साथ साथ जो उनको मदद कर रहे हैं कोऑर्डिनेटर्स को, उसमें 72 कोलैबोरेटर्स या अनुभवी अनप्रेरक या अनुभवी शिक्षक हैं जो उनको मदद करते हैं। और 2022 जो हमारी टोटल कोर एक्टिविटीज़ है,
हमारी जो दिल्ली की जो स्थानीय आध्यात्मिक सभा है वो हमें हर पल मदद करते हैं। जैसे कोई भी वो योजना बनाते हैं वो हमसे पहले हमारे साथ परामर्श करते हैं।
I think the assembly has gone through a learning process itself. It has evolved very much so since the decentralization. The way we consult, I think, is slowly maturing. We felt that if we expect the community to fulfill its goals, we have to be part of that. The relationship which exists between the agencies, it's one where I think we complement each other, if you like. We can see how the institution, the individual, the community itself, how they're all coming together, how they're able to work together in a very united way, is really what has kept us in the forefront of our activities. Oftentimes we wonder how Delhi cluster has sustained its activities, has continued to grow, and perhaps it was this everyday meeting of the core group without fail since 2nd March 2010. The core group consists of coordinators of every activity. So when they meet together every day, pray and read the writings together every day, it binds them together. It influences the atmosphere of the whole cluster. And there is no opportunity for the cluster to fall back, because the reflection is not once, but every day for those who are serving full time.
In Daga, the population is about 8,000, and half of these, about 4,000 plus, are Baha'is.
Daga is in a remote setting. The communities are so scattered due to the mountainous region. There's no good transportation system, and in order for the people to walk around, we have to walk, cross rivers, climb mountains.
We have 33 local spiritual assembly, and one of the features is that the local spiritual assembly take ownership of all the activities that happens in that community.
When there is something that needs to be solved, you would see everybody turning to the local spiritual assembly. And everyone has felt that they would get the right solution to whatever they are going through this divine institution. In that regard, it is very evident that the administrative order of Baha'u'llah has taken its root and its shape.
Orup dayton ang bagang community wan deniwa wana bendiata wana pan to iam dayton guin dayton now tat anu awat dayton.
We come together, organize devotional meetings, say prayers in early dawns, and coming together, saying these words together influences our own being.
Or sometimes the whole community is going to the Baha'i center to have their dawn prayers. It's like a habit for them. So when it comes to like children's dawn prayer, family dawn prayer, or the whole community dawn prayer, or even the members of the local spiritual assembly dawn prayers, they are moving.
This is an environment where we share understandings together. That's the common aim. And we have the vision of collaboration, participation, and building capacity in others.
15 to 20 years ago, we don't have a lot of educated people, but due to the institute courses, when it came to Daga, it really helped everyone in that community. By now they can speak English, they can read and they can write and they can even tutor study cycles and they can express, very confidently. Currently we have elementary school, kindergartens and also primary schools. The future life of the children, it is under the care of the community as a whole.
From adults, children, youth, junior youth, everyone is engaged in the process. They do the service component, organizing devotional meetings, children's classes, junior youth, and all of these things. And we reach 1,000 core activities.
People sacrifice and they are devoted because they have embraced the teaching of Baha'u'llah and it has influenced them. And they see the need to be out there carrying out these activities for the transformation of their communities. And social action is coming, which is also contributing together with the institute process.
The community is always concerned about the development of spiritual and material aspects. If anyone's willing to start any project, we have to discuss together what are the benefits of such projects in both aspects, both spiritual and material. We apply whatever we learn and help our community to progress.
As a result of the revelation of Baha'u'llah, knowledge is generated and shared, and it helps everyone to raise their capacity. You learn to see the people whom you are working with are people who have the potentials. So it's not that you alone doing everything, but then you are collaborating with the community. You will also realize that you are growing intellectually, you are also growing morally or spiritually as a whole human being.
It creates opportunities where I feel in my heart that I have power to say Baha'u'llah according to my own capacity in my little ways. And we must have a heart for him, that we pray that those of us serving his teachings, we can bring this world into a next stage. And I have that love and heart's desire to continue to serve him until the end.
Every generation of youth, drawing inspiration from the same divine impulse to cast the world anew, has seized the opportunity to contribute to the latest stage in the unfolding process that is to transform the life of humankind.
在青年的这个时候，我们可以很容易的接受新朋友，我们可以消除偏见、嫉妒。然后呢，更重要的是，我们有潜能去创造新的东西，创造新的思维，快速的建立团结在一起，然后一起帮助彼此，然后陪伴彼此，行走在这条服务的道路。
El espacio que estaba disponible para jóvenes como yo era un espacio donde era comprensivo, donde había mucha espiritualidad también, había gente dispuesta a acompañarte. Comencé a participar de las actividades y bueno, comencé a notar que las conversaciones eran diferentes, los conceptos eran diferentes.
मेरो परिवारमा पनि उहाँ मलाई चाहिँ प्रोत्साहन गरिराख्नु भएको थियो कि कसरी पैसा कमाउने र यी देशमा तपाईँ पनि जान सक्नुहुन्छ भनेर तर मलाई हिचकिचाहट महसुस भइरहेको थियो कि म सेवा जुन गरिरहेको छु त्यो सेवा परियोजनामा म सायद मौका गुमाउने छु जना युवाहरू चाहिँ दैनिक पैसा कमाउनको लागि रहेको छु कि जस्तै कि हाम्रो समाजबाट हामी सबै हाम्रो देशबाट हामी सबै हाम्रो देशको लागि सहयोग अथवा हाम्रो देशमा चाहिँ कसले काम गर्दिन्छ त्यो चाहिँ हामी सबै युवाको दायित्व छ र जो हामीहरूले नै गर्नुपर्ने छ
Vemos que esos jóvenes tienen como esa motivación y han entendido bien el propósito, el cual es cómo yo me capacito y ayudo a avanzar a otros para que pues, nuestra humanidad esté en continuo mejoramiento.
وإحنا كشباب مع أصدقائنا نساهم بشكل أكبر في القوى البناءة من حيث أنه نبني المجتمعات، واللي صاير يعطينا نموذج أنه كيف حضرة بهاء الله يريد يبني عالم متحد.
所以就是服务的时候会帮助我更了解巴哈欧拉的天启所带给我们的目标。在这7年的这个时期，我们有能力去服务青少年，去服务儿童，帮助他们建立美德的基础，帮助他们建立表达能力。我相信在这个未来里面，当儿童成长为大人，当青少年成为大人的时候，在这个社区当中一定会很美好，很美好。
Eu am fost în clasă de copii, apoi în clasă de preadolescenți. Pe mine asta m-a influențat cu multe calități, adică am învățat să mă comport mai bine, am învățat iubirea, răbdarea, adevărul, unele dintre calitățile care sunt de bază. Am dus clasă de copii și acum am o clasă de preadolescenți.
Меня, наверное, вдохновляет то, что начиная с детских классов залаживается основа именно способностей и добродетелей в детях. Это настолько залаживается как основа, что потом, когда эти же дети переходят на подростковую программу, у них бывают очень глубокие размышления на духовные темы. И видя вот это преображение в подростках, а потом уже в молодежи, которые переходят на другие процессы института.
तो शुरू में जब हम बाल्यावस्था में थे, एक पुस्तकों का अध्ययन किए थे, हमारा उम्र फिर 12 हो गया था, 12 वर्ष, तो जो है हम फिर जूनियर ग्रुप में चले गए और फिर जो है हम युवावस्था में गए तो फिर रूही पुस्तकों का अध्ययन किया। फिर उसके माध्यम से एक बच्चों की कक्षा चलाया। फिर जो है हमारे बच्चों की कक्षा जो है उससे जो है उसका उम्र बढ़ा और वो जो है जूनियर ग्रुप में भी गया और फिर जो